I'm Srishti Khanna. I've spent over 20 years building data and technology solutions across global organizations. Today, I lead data engineering teams supporting business across multiple international markets, driving large-scale data transformation, platform modernization, and analytics enablement at scale. But when I look back at my journey, I realize transformation didn't start with a leadership title. It started much earlier. As a child, I disliked mathematics. And that's probably surprising because I later went on to complete my master's in mathematics from IIT Delhi. The reason wasn't that I wasn't capable. I was simply afraid of it. Like many of us, when we something feels difficult, we convince ourselves that maybe it's not for us. But at some point, I decided to face the fear instead of avoiding it. The more I challenged myself, the more I realized that fear and capability are two very different things. The subject I once feared became the subject I loved, and that became my first lesson in growth. The biggest opportunities in life often sits on the other side of our fears. That lesson stayed with me throughout my career. One thing that has remained constant in my commitment to learning, I have never believed that learning stops once you gain experience or reach a leadership position. One of the most defining leadership experiences was building a data engineering team in Europe from India long before the remote work became common. To assess the right talent and make informed technical decisions, I pursued AWS certification and deepened my cloud expertise. It helped me evaluate not just technical skills, but how people thought, solve problems, and approach complex challenges. That experience reinforced a belief I still hold today. Great leaders are continuous learners who build capability in themselves before they build it in others. What stood out wasn't technical expertise alone. It was curiosity, integrity, collaboration, and a willingness to learn. And that taught me one of the most important lessons of my career. Leadership is not about knowing everything. It is about learning enough to ask the right questions, make informed decisions, and build the right team. And that mindset has stayed with me. Whether it was AWS then, Azure later, or now upskilling myself in AI, I have continued to invest in learning because technology keeps evolving and leaders must evolve with it. Today, the values that guide me are ownership, continuous learning, empathy, and trust. I believe that the best leaders create environment where people can learn, contribute, grow, and bring their best selves to work. One transformation I am particularly proud of was modernizing a highly time consuming data ecosystem. What once took days to process was transformed into a process that could be completed in hours through automation, modern architecture, and stronger governance. We reduced processing times from days to hours, significantly improved operational efficiency, and enabled faster business decision making. But for me, the real achievement wasn't technology. It was a cultural shift. Teams moved from firefighting to innovation. Business users got insights faster, and we built a foundation that continues to deliver value today. Another lesson that shaped me was understanding that leadership moves at the speed of trust. I inherited a team that had been through a tough period. There had been a constant change, challenges, and a lot of questions about the team's ability to deliver. Instead of focusing only on the processes or metrics, I focused on people first, rebuilding trust, creating psychological safety, and helping the team believe in themselves again. Over time, the same team went on to deliver some of its strongest results and became one of the highest performing teams I have the privilege to lead. That experience taught me that trust is not built through authority. It's built through consistency, transparency, and genuine care for people. One of the toughest leadership decisions I had to make came during a major transformation initiative. The team had been successful for years being established, using established ways of working. But the business was changing rapidly and we needed to modernize. I still remember a meeting where some team members openly challenged the direction. They asked why we are changing something that was already working. Others worried about learning new skills and whether they would be successful in a new environment. It was a moment of real resistance. And honestly, it would have been easier to avoid the discomfort. Instead, I listened. We had an honest conversation about what was changing, why it mattered, and how we could support people through that transition. What guided me was a balance of empathy and accountability. I listened to concerns, but I remained committed to the direction because I believed it was the right thing for the business and for the team's long term growth. Once the decision was made, the real work began. We invested heavily in upskilling, mentoring, and coaching. Over time, people began to see the value of transformation. The processes we were building eliminated manual touchpoints, improved efficiency, and enabled the business to realize the value from day one of engagement. What initially felt like disruption became the catalyst for faster decision making, better scalability, and more seamless experience for both teams and business. Looking back, I am proud of the business outcomes. But I am even proud of the people outcomes because leadership isn't about avoiding difficult decisions. It's about making them with empathy, transparency, and conviction. Our one aspect of leadership I am especially passionate about is helping others grow. I remember working with a talented engineer who consistently delivered excellent work and lacked confidence. They preferred staying behind the scenes and avoided visible opportunities. Honestly, I saw a lot of myself in that person. Rather than giving them answers, I gave them opportunities. I encouraged them to lead discussions, present to senior stakeholders, and take ownership to the strategic initiative. I provided coaching and support, but also I gave them the space to learn through experience. There were mistakes along the way, and that's okay because people grow when they are trusted. Over time, that individual found their voice, became a respected leader, and eventually started mentoring others. For me, that's what leadership is all about. Not creating followers, but create role leaders. I have learned a lot from people and environment around me. Those experiences shaped my leadership style. I lead with an empathy first mindset. I believe people need room to experiment, learn, and sometimes fail, while knowing they have support around them. Some of the greatest growth I have seen have happened when people were trusted to work through challenges themselves. And if I'm completely honest, the biggest challenge I have had overcome wasn't technology or transformation. For years, I underestimated my own readiness for bigger opportunities. I often believed I needed to know more before taking the next step. Eventually, I realized growth doesn't happen when we are ready. It happens when we are willing to take the first step. That lesson became especially important during one of the biggest setbacks of my career, returning after my first maternity leave. Returning to work felt like rebuilding momentum from the ground up while balancing a completely new chapter of life. But that experience taught me resilience. More importantly, it taught me that setbacks don't define us. How we respond to them does. When I went on maternity leave the second time, my perspective was completely different. I knew my capabilities hadn't disappeared. I knew I would find my way back, and I knew I still belonged. The experience shaped the leader I am today. It taught me empathy. It taught me the importance of supporting people through different stages of life. And it reinforced my belief that people do their best work when they feel trusted, supported, and valued. So, if there's one piece of advice I would leave with women aspiring for leadership, it's this: own your career. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect timing. It will never happen. Don't wait until you feel completely ready. Raise your hand. Take the stretch assignment, learn the new skill, speak up, and keep investing in yourself. Because every meaningful opportunity in my life came before I felt fully prepared for it. As Sheryl Sandberg said, if you are offered a seat on a rocket ship, don't ask what seat, just get on. That quote perfectly captures what I have learned throughout my journey. The biggest turning point in my life was where I stopped asking, am I ready? And I started asking, why not me? I will leave you with one final thought. Courage comes before confidence. You don't become confident and then take the leap. You take the leap, and that's how confidence is built. So, dream boldly. Aim higher than you think you are ready for. Keep learning, keep growing, keep backing yourself, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. And never let your doubts become bigger than your dreams. I started my journey afraid of mathematics. Today I lead global teams, drive transformation, and help others discover their own potential. That's why I believe our future isn't defined by where we start. It's defined by the courage to take the next step. Your potential is always greater than your fear. Thank you.